Farming in Minecraft Skyblock only gets better, especially when you are upgrading to higher tiers of crops to make a lot of progress. So today we're going to be reaching the highest crop in the game. There is an interesting system on how farming works. If we type /mastery, this applies for not just farming, but also for ores and killing mobs. But today we'll be going over the crops or farming. To give a rundown, you get points per tier that you go up when you reach the requirements. So for wheat, for example, you would have to get 15 points to unlock beetroot, and then it was, I believe, 15 as well to unlock the potatoes from beetroot, and so on. But the thing is, you don't have to actually just farm the next tier to move on to the next one and the next one. You can actually do all of the tiers to get even more points and help you progress further in the game. Last video, we did actually get an insanely overpowered hoe, and we do need to get it to crop drill 120 at some point today, so we can farm like crazy and get all the way up to in Island Mastery the torch flower crop. That is the plan, because what crop drill does is it mines even more crops just by doing this. As you can see, a ton are being mined at once, and in the chat we got a ton of mastery tiers for beetroot already going up like crazy. Before we upgrade our hoe, we are going to upgrade our pickaxe and get shard collector maxed out for 51,000, almost 52,000 experience, because we only needed a few more levels. And then what we can do is, as you can see, it was capped out at 151. We can actually use these enchant slips depending on what kind it's for. So we have shard collector, I put one on, now we can put the other 3 on, and now we have 4 extra levels because of those to make even more shards when we're mining for XP and shards. But what we are going to do is mine out a decent bit of beetroot here until we are getting very few tiers, and then we are going to move back down to wheat for a little bit to do the same process, because once we are starting to struggle with getting points from each one, so it takes like maybe 2 harvests of this whole thing to get a single one, then we're going to be swapping over to a different crop, of course. But if you are excited for more Minecraft Skyblock, make sure to leave a like on the video. I'd appreciate it a lot. It helps get the video out in the YouTube algorithm. So here's the plan. We're going to be mining and farming, and we are going to be using the 1.21.11, I believe, updated toggle for attack and destroy, so that we can mine a ton while just standing here and holding our A and D key on our keyboard to go back and forth. This makes a ton of XP and shards, and that's how we're going to be getting our hoe up on its crop drill. And I do also want to mention the hoe essentially has green thumb, which replants the crops, and has deliccate, I think so I say that, I probably butchered it, which basically doesn't break unfully grown crops. But if we go to our hoe, we're going to go to crop drill, and we're going to put everything we got into it and start investing into crop drill. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is start mining for a while. So let's get this started. And if we take a look at our mastery, we are at 92 available points. And we are, of course, at 107 in beetroot. I said we were gonna go back to wheat, but I think we're just gonna not do that idea. Even though it is a thing you can do, I'm just not interested. So we're gonna spend 15 points to get melons, and then we're gonna spend 45 to get carrots. And then how many is it to actually get the next tier? It's about 45 to get up to bamboo, but we need enough to get to at least sugarcane before I even start farming anything, because bamboo is a pain to farm, and I'm not willing to do that. So we're gonna set up carrots. So we'll go ahead and go into shop, and we're gonna buy a decent bit of carrots here. We'll get, how many stacks can we get? We'll get 4 to start with, and then I have to expand on this over time, with of course all the carrots that we get from this. And also, if you look on the scoreboard, we do have 320,000 shards almost, which is insane, because we do of course have the shard collector that we upgraded, and we have 543,000 experience or XP that we're gonna spend into crop drill really quickly here. I genuinely think we can get really close to maxing out the crop drill enchant. Okay, we're done with the carrots. Now let's go into /enchant, go to our hoe, and where's crop drill? There it is. 68 more levels on top of our 44. We are now at 112, so we need 8 more levels in total. So roughly 100,000 XP is what we need to max this out and get crop drill to 120. One thing we are gonna do is probably place down a farming robot or something for when I forget to farm, because I've been mining so much that I forget in between to switch to farming for like a few minutes. So I grabbed out a netherite farmer, the second highest tier of robot in the game, which if you do /factory, you can put in all 3 types of the netherite robots: mining, farming, and of course slaying. If you put all 3 in, you can get a random one of a interstellar, which if you don't get the proper job, you can actually use the job tokens to switch it, so it's not really a problem. But that we will probably be spending into at some point, using the factory to get a ton of interstellar robots to make a ton more credits. Right now we don't really need it. Also, since last video I did max out the XP boost on cobblestone, we now have a 2x boost, so level 10. All the extra points are probably going to be going into something different in here, and I think it's going to be the shard chance. I'm going to be straightforward, the best thing to invest in after that is probably the shard chance. But if we go ahead and go here with our crop drill, how far is it going to mine? Oh my gosh, it did more than half. That is crazy. And that's all gonna go into the CBU, the collection box unit. So we'll farm the rest of that. And then now we got 1,000 carrots there already. And now we can start placing in more carrots. Now that I'm thinking about it, we're just gonna wait on the netherite farmer. I don't really feel like actually using it right now. We're not at that point where we can really use them anyways. I believe we need fuel to power our island generator over there, the end crystal. It essentially makes it so the robots run quicker and the spawners run quicker at a faster rate when you get the power up in that generator. So it's definitely something we have to look into in the future. Anyways, I'm gonna start placing in a little bit more carrots, get this bit done. Alright, so I got all the carrots planted. As you can see, they're finally growing at the end here and should be done soon. So that means we are gonna have to start farming out the mastery for carrots. And the good thing about carrots though, we get 3 points per tier, as you can see. If we compare it to beetroot, we only get 1. And then of course melon is 3 as well, potato is 1. You can't really see the tiers ahead because you have to unlock them, so that is kind of unfortunate, but I bet sugarcane is like 5 maybe per tier. But either way, 3 is really good for carrots, makes it way easier to farm this out. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is start farming all of this out, getting tiers up, getting a ton of points. If we go ahead and take a look at mastery, you can see we have 383 points. And basically most of that came from carrots because we get 3 points per time we upgrade our tier. So we're gonna go ahead and unlock the next tier, which is 45, and then the next one is 45, 75. I don't know if we're gonna be able to hit it. If not, I'll just do a quick jump cut of when I have enough points from farming the carrots, because it seems we're gonna need a lot more. So I might as well just keep farming this and then get enough points to get up to torch flower, because quite literally I think we only need maybe 400 points at maximum, maybe a little more than that. Also forgive me for my morning voice, I have quite literally just woken up. We can also go ahead and go into enchant, go to our hoe, and upgrade crop drill to the maximum for 94,000 experience. So now we have our hoe completely done. That is amazing. And with all the shards we have from the last clip that I have not spent, we're gonna get a crafting balance upgrade to 3 times multiplier for 100,000 shards. And then we're gonna get our capacity up to, I believe, 10,000. I could be wrong. Yeah, okay, so it doubles each time from what it seems right now. We are quite close to getting our capacity up even more, so I might even do that at some point. We'll see, we'll see. But now if we go ahead and farm one of these, how far does it go? I actually want to make sure I know how much it is exactly. So it's 32 blocks in total from the one you mine. It goes out 31. That is actually insane, because this whole farm is about 48 blocks long. From just farming all of that, we've already gone up to 50 points in our crops. So just quickly, I am gonna get enough points to go ahead and get to torch flower. All right, I have 254 points. We can get up another 2 tiers to nether wart. So we're gonna go ahead and upgrade this, and then we're gonna go here, upgrade this. And how much is it? 135 is all we need left. I'm gonna grind that out, so give me one moment. If we go ahead and farm this last little bit here, we should get enough mastery points to get torch flower unlocked. All right, we definitely have enough. Let's take a look. 143. We have enough to do it. Let's go ahead, go to nether wart, and unlock the torch flower crop. The best thing is for manual farming is of course Netherwart. I highly recommend it. And for automation, I do recommend Torchflower, which we'll be setting up next video. That being said, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I do appreciate all the support, and I will see you all in the next one.